Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and we're looking at two movies for review tonight. One I watched last Monday, that's the one that we're going to do first, and the other is today afternoon is when I watched it. Today is the 25th of December, Christmas Day, for those of you who do believe and worship it. Sorry, not worship, celebrate it. Yeah, so I'm going to be uploading these two movies quicker. Then I have quite a few movies in the and a couple of TV show reviews as well lined up. But I like to try and do the movie reviews that are more recent as quickly as possible. As soon as I get time to watch it, I will try and upload the reviews immediately. Just because it's something that people are going to be discussing, and I just want to have my thoughts up as soon as possible. However, let's quickly get on to it. So the first one is Jungle Cruise, which I watched like I mentioned on Monday. Now, I did not know anything about this before I started watching the film, and I realized that this movie is actually based on a Disney theme park attraction, basically a Jungle Cruise kind of thing, and it is very similar to the kind of adventurous movies that Disney kind of does. You kind of know everything that's going to happen. The movie is, who is it directed by? I'm not sure how to pronounce the name. Jaime Colette Serra. I am not sure if the person is American or maybe Hispanic American. They're from Spain. Okay. The movie stars Dwayne Johnson, and I'm going to tell you something about the casting over here. Emily Blunt, who I thought was pretty awesome in this movie. I think she was the right choice for the role. Edgar Ramirez, Jack Whitehall, Jesse Plemons, and Paul Giamatti. And yeah, there is a CGI jaguar in this movie as well. So it's basically like a it's set somewhere in the early part of the 20th century. 1916 is what I see over here in London. And basically Dr. Lily Houghton and her brother MacGregor Houghton, they are they have this theory about the something called as the what is the name of that? Oh yeah, they're looking for the tears of the moon, which is basically this petal from a tree that only blooms once in a while. I think it's only blooming during when the moon is high, and it can heal. It does a lot for medicine and give you long life, cure your ails and all that stuff. So they are on the hunt for it, and they go to the Amazon, where they meet up with the skipper Frank Wolf, who he's offering a lot of jungle cruises and stuff. So the whole mythology or the whole history behind the search for this leads to a character called Don Aguirre, who led the Spanish conquistadors to South America in search of the tears of the moon. And there's also this arrowhead which has the which can guide you to the location of the arrow of the moon. So basically that's the entire story. Frank initially is not very what do you call it? He isn't very positive-minded regarding the trip, and then we learn to find out why. Apparently, he is a conquistador himself. He was actually Don Aguirre's brother. I forgot his name. He is Francisco Lopez de Heredia. So, they both were in search for the tears of the moon to actually help his Don Aguirre's son, who was dying of an illness. And while the Don was, I'm sorry, not the Don, while Aguirre was, battling, fighting the natives quite harshly in order to get the arrowhead, his brother, played by Dwayne Johnson, was against him, killing all of them, and they had a big fight. Unfortunately, the powers of the jungle basically took them in and turned them into stone. They are cursed with long life, and they have to be tied to the river. And over a period of years, Francisco, who later became Frank, Frank Wolf, he tried his level best to leave, try to find the thing. He was the only one who wasn't turned into it, but he reluctantly realized that he has no choice. He thinks it's a myth. He thinks he can't find it, so he is, accustomed to everlasting life. He trains jaguars to do his bidding, and along the way, although he never settled in the United States, he got an American accent. That was really funny. Or at least I thought it was really funny. But why would he have an American accent? I have no clue. Anyway, but that's Dwayne Johnson for you. The movie is enjoyable. It's a lot of adventure, a lot of fun kind of fighting. You won't see too much of bloodshed or anything like that because it is a Disney movie after all. And there's adventures on the boat. There's animals. There's a lot of good CGI stuff with the forest things coming to life, trying to grab them all. The conquistadors who become free along with Don Aguirre. I thought that was brilliantly done. It was very exciting. I mean, that kind of part of it is really exciting to see. The story is a bit of a letdown. I mean, I could have written this in my sleep. It's that kind of a movie, and of course, there's the love interest between the both of them. The comedic elements are mainly done by Jack Whitehall, who is the younger brother, and kind of like her assistant to Emily Blunt's character, Dr. Lily Houghton. And because she's a woman who has pants, that's the whole thing. She's even called Pants by several people, including Frank Wolf. He implies that his interest lies elsewhere, which basically means he's gay. Okay, but he was the comedic relief, to be honest. And Paul Giamatti's got a very small role in it. It was enjoyable. Let me say, there was nothing dull. I don't really buy the storyline and all of that stuff. And again, why would he have an American accent? I don't really know. They could have got someone else. I mean, he kind of stood out a little bit for his size in this location. I think they could have possibly got, and on the top of my head, I can't really think of anybody, but maybe somebody who's got a more Hispanic side to them, and maybe not somebody, The Rock, maybe not The Rock, but to be honest, I don't think he did a bad job at all. I mean, it was fun. Jesse Plemons, who I've seen in a couple of TV show episodes and another couple of movies as well. He plays this, that's also a little bit of comedy, he plays this German royal who is on an expedition to find the Tree of Life and get the Tears of the Moon. They make a little fun of his accent, I mean, in the movie, which is, of course, typical for American movies. But yeah, you've got to take in the bad with the good. So I don't really see much of box office stuff here because, it's the time of COVID. The movie was made on a budget of $200 million, made $220.9 million at the box office. But you can't really say, you can't really compare it to before COVID. It probably would have been something that made probably $600 million rather, under normal conditions. I hear there's a sequel that they've already planned, and I wouldn't mind it. I would definitely watch it and watch these movies a few times over and over again, because like I mentioned, for all the flaws and the what do you call it, the typical kind of storyline that you get for these kind of films, it is enjoyable. There's no dull moments in this movie. 7 out of 10. Something I could easily watch again and again and again. That's kind of it for me for this particular movie review, and I shall see you again pretty soon. Thank you.